Well, welcome back to Whole Bible Study with Taddy Noy. And today we're on chapter 33 of Exodus. We've been working our way through Exodus, and we're now at this pinnacle point where where Moses has just asked God to forgive the Israelites for their sin against him, of building the golden calf. He's destroyed it. The people have drank it, and now we're going on to chapter 33. So again, I'll be opening my physical Bible today and reading the full chapter aloud, probably from the NIV translation. I'm doing it I have a linear Bible, so I could look the King James Version, New International Version, Living Bible, and Revised Standard Version. So I have them side by side here in my linear Bible. So we'll do the reading now, and then we'll go right into the deep dive. So Exodus chapter 33. Then the Lord said to Moses, leave this place, you and the people you brought up out of Egypt, and go up to the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I will send an angel before you and drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey. But I will not go with you, because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way. So now let's read, just so you get another translation here. We'll read from the Living Bible, which is a little more English friendly in terms of like they try to keep the meaning. So they're just going to put it in more and more contemporary language. So I'm going to read that way. That's the last couple. But I will not travel. It says, I will send an angel before you to drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. It is a land flowing with milk and honey. But I will not travel among you, for you are a stubborn, unruly people, and I will be tempted to destroy you along the way. So he's talking about their lack of faith that they constantly weave back and forth. When the people heard these distressing words, they began to mourn, and no one put on any ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, tell the Israelites, you are a stiff-necked people. If I were to go with you, even for a moment, I might destroy you. Now take off your ornaments, and I will decide what to do with you. So the Israelites stripped off their ornaments at Mount Horeb. Now Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp some distance away, calling it the tent of meeting. Anyone inquiring of the Lord would go to the tent of meeting outside the camp, and whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people rose and stood at the entrance of their tents, watching Moses until he entered the tent. As Moses went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would come down and stay at the entrance, while the Lord spoke with Moses. Whenever the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, they all stood and worshipped, each at the entrance of his tent. The Lord would speak to Moses face to face, as a man speaks with his friend. Then Moses would return to the camp, but his young aide Joshua, son of Nun, did not leave the tent. Moses said to the Lord, you have been telling me, lead these people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. You have said, I know you by name, and you have found favor with me. If you are pleased with me, teach me your ways, so I may know you and continue to find favor with you. Remember that this nation is your people. The Lord replied, my presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Then Moses said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. Now will anyone know that you are how will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people from all the other people on the face of the earth? And the Lord said to Moses, I will do the very thing you have asked, because I am pleased with you and I know you by name. Then Moses said, now show me your glory. And the Lord said, I will cause all of my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. But he said, you cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. Then the Lord said, there is a place near me where you may stand on a rock. When my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen. All right, and that was all for chapter 33. All right, now for the deep dive. Exodus 33 is one of the most profound and intimate moments between God and his people, and especially between God and Moses. This chapter opens with God telling Moses that he will send Israel on toward the land he promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, a land flowing with milk and honey, but that his own presence will not go with them because of their stiff-necked rebellion. This is staggering. It's as though God is saying, you can have the blessing, but not me. And that idea should shake us deeply. What good is the promised land if the giver of the promise is absent? The people reacted with mourning. They removed their ornaments, a sign of humility, of stripping away pride. This tells us that there's something sobering about realizing that God could give us everything we think we want, and yet if his presence isn't with us, it's all empty. Even today, how often do we chase after success, comfort, or security, and yet miss the true treasure, which is God himself dwelling among us? Yet, we're then shown Moses setting up the tent of meeting outside of the camp. Anyone who wanted to seek the Lord would go out there. Notice, God isn't at the center of the camp right now. He is outside. This physical distance symbolizes the relationship distance. And yet, it is there that Moses speaks with the Lord face to face, as one speaks to a friend. That single line is absolutely breathtaking. The God who created the heavens and the earth stoops down to converse with a man, not in riddles, not in smoke and thunder, but as a friend. Here is where we see the heart of Moses as an intercessor. He pleads not for victory, not for ease, but for God's presence. Quote, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here, unquote. What a cry. Moses is saying, in essence, we would, quote, we would rather stay in the wilderness with you than enter the promised land without you, unquote. That's the heartbeat of a true servant of God. It flips the human calculation on its head. The location, the success, the quote, milk and honey mean nothing compared to God himself. God responds with assurance, quote, my presence will go with you and I will give you rest, unquote. That word rest is not just physical relief, but the deep rest of knowing you are carried, guided, and sustained by God himself. And Moses presses even further, asking boldly to see God's glory. Think about that. Think about the audacity of this. Moses had already witnessed miracles, plagues, parting of the sea, manna from heaven, and yet he longs for more. He wants to see God as he truly is. The Lord responds with mercy, saying, quote, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. Notice, not power, not wrath, not dominion. What God highlights is his goodness. His very essence is goodness, grace, and compassion. And yet he protects Moses because no one can see God's face and live. So God places Moses in the cleft of a rock, covers him with his hand, and allows him just to glimpse of his back. This imagery is powerful. It's as though God is saying, quote, I will show you as much of myself as you can bear. Even a glimpse of God's afterglow is overwhelming beauty. This passage ties back to Genesis 1 when God first walked with humanity in the garden. It also points forward to Christ, where John tells us in the New Testament that no one has ever seen God but the Son, who is himself God and is in the closest relationship with the Father, has made for him. We see the echoes here of that continuous story. Humanity yearning for God's presence. God revealing just enough of himself to draw us closer, but also shielding us in love so that we are not destroyed by his glory. And it's not just Moses' story. This is our story. How many times do we settle for the gifts of God and miss God himself? How often do we desire the land of milk and honey, the blessing, but forget the presence? Moses shows us what the heart of faith looks like, to say, quote, if I don't have you, I don't want anything. As I reflect on this chapter, I'm struck by the humility and the boldness of Moses. His humility to say, we cannot go without you, and his boldness to say, show me your glory. It makes me ask myself, am I bold enough to desire more of God's presence and humble enough to refuse to move without him? So here's today's reflection for you. What would it mean for you to desire God's presence more than his blessings? Take some time to sit with that. And I want to thank you very much for staying with me today. I know I'm going through some transitionary periods and I'm trying to get these formats down in nice formats. I hope if anybody has any comments or suggestions on this, please, I'm happy to receive them. Also, if anything in today's chapter struck you, please share it with everybody. I'm happy. I want to learn with you, and it's important that we share the dialogue. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow in the next chapter.